Hey y'all, I'm back again. So, um, on yesterday I had a little incident, and like the spirit of confusion and this and that had came upon me, and it caused me to have a bad headache. And so I was praying to God today. He confirmed His word last night about something, but I was praying to God today while I was in the shower, and God was reminding me. He said, He gave me a vision of people was at a game, and He was saying, don't follow the crowd because it's going to cause confusion. And so, He just started just downloading in me, and He gave me Psalms 23. And then He gave me Psalms 118:5, which is, I call upon the Lord in my distress, and He answered me, and He set me in a broad place. What can man do to me? And so He gave me, Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord thy God, lean not to your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge me, and I will direct your path. Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still water. He restore my soul. He lead me in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will feel no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, it comforts me, and you prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemy. And when you're walking in the shadow of death, when it's dark, when you don't understand. And then God took me on in sports. He said, He showed me a vision of people being in a crowd, in the stadium, laughing, talking, hurrah, hurrah, because they see their favorite player, or they see a family member, or they see just somebody they're familiar with. And so they hollering, run, Junebug, run, Junebug. Get him, Sarah, run fast, Sarah. Screaming and hollering their name. And then God reminded me that the players that's on the field cannot pay attention to what's happening up there in the crowd. There is a playbook that's already laid before the players. They have already consulted the head coach, the coaches, on what they need to do to win this game. So in their mind, they got to play. But if Junebug be focused on mama up there screaming for him, he's going to miss the play. If Sarah look up there with mama and daddy and sister and brother hollering her name, she going to miss the ball. God said when he has the playbook of our life, when He tell us to do something, when we go in the way of the crowd with their suggestions, what they think, what they feel is going to benefit them, you're going to lose your way. If Junebug and Sarah would go with the way of their flesh that benefit the people in the crowd, they're going to mess up. They're going to mess up, and the team is going to lose. The team going to lose focus. The Lord said, we a team, we are another number and soldiers on his team, right? And when we plan the team, when because everybody don't make the cut, my God. But when you make the cut to be a part of that team, you got to pay attention to the coach. You got to go with the flow of what has been laid out before you. When God has told you to do something, you got to listen to the coach. Don't listen to nobody else. Don't listen to nobody say, well, you good, you can this and you can that. Do it this way, do it that way. But what did God say? So your life isn't your own. God give us free will. But when you are handpicked, when you have made the cut of chosen, the Bible said many are called, but few are chosen. You have many people on the team, but only one, the quarterback is chosen. You have outfield, center field, whatever, all these sports things. But He said, but the MVP has already been handpicked. And if that most valuable player, if that quarterback, if that pitcher don't follow the play, out of field, going to lose out. If the pitcher don't follow the play, the umpire going to lose out. If the quarterback don't follow the play, they're going to miss that touchdown. The person who dribbling the ball don't remember the play. The one who is a 3-point shooter that can shoot from everywhere going to miss the play. See, your opponent is aware of that that you're not there by yourself. The opponent knows that you got somebody else on your team. But your opponent is to take you out, but all at the same time to distract the teammates. That's why there's a time for cheering. That's a time for listening to the audience. But when you on God's field, when you on that football field, that baseball field, that track field, that hockey field, as a player, handpicked, you got to stay focused. The team members that's there, the extras, you got to stay focused. Woo! There's some time, just stay focused. Going in the way of the crowd, you're going to lose out every time. But if you go where God says, because even when the players are out there, they hearing the crowd, but they remember that voice of the one that they heard while they was practicing, the one who presented the play, that I have to pay attention, because if I fall, if I lose out, the whole team fall. If I don't do this, the whole team fall. If I don't do this, the whole play is messed up. What God has called you to do, to go and to be, whatever God has called you, if you listen to the way of the crowd, you're going to lose out. If God called you to move here, he got a reason. And if you don't do what the Lord say, there's a lot of people that's going to lose out because of your disobedience. If God tell you to go start that restaurant business, but everybody said, no, go cook at home, and God told you to go get a building, well, the people who's supposed to come to you and patronize you won't see you, because not everybody wants to eat at the home. You won't be able to reach everybody in the home for whatever reason. It won't be. But if the Lord said open that storefront, go open it up. You might have a gift deep down inside of you, and God said, launch it. Show the people. Well, God, it ain't ready. Ain't nobody going to patronize me. Those who really need it, that will benefit from your product, they're not going to have it because of your disobedience. You be encouraged today. Don't go in the way of the crowd. And now, don't get me wrong. God strategically place people in your path that's already ordained to speak something in you, and it come out of nowhere. Don't follow the way of the crowd. Remember, I think it was Elijah. When they asked about the voice of God, and it wasn't in the fire, it wasn't in the wind, it wasn't in the sun. It was a still small voice. When you could hear that still small voice, that's God. Because God does not hurrah, the enemy does. Anything that's pressing on you, giving you a headache, pressing you down, that's not God. Because God is not the author of confusion. He don't confuse his children. But when you have a peace, and remember he said, and give you peace. When you have a peace that surpasses your own understanding, that's God. He want to show up and show out in your life. Don't listen to the crowd. Listen to God. Lay down and let him give you rest. Remember, Jesus said, take upon my yoke. For my yoke is easy, my burden is light. That way you find rest for your soul. Y'all, there's so much in the word, in his word. Go in there and get it. Because one thing for sure, God going to speak to you off the pages. He's going to speak to you, encourage you on his word. And you guys have a great day. Remember, don't go in the way of the crowd. Don't listen to the crowd. It's chaos and confusion. But listen to the way of the Lord. He will give you peace. He will give you direction. Because that's what he said in his word. He's a great shepherd. He's not going to do you no harm. He's going to provide you. He's going to lead you. He's going to guide you. You guys have a great day. Okay?